What it is, my dudes? It's me, the internet's Terradino C, with some news about the stream. I want to talk about why I haven't been streaming much for the last several months. But first, I have to come clean about something that happened on my Halloween stream. This is becoming a pattern, isn't it? If you were here in 2020 for the first edition of Terradino's Spooktacular Halloween Spookstravaganza, you probably remember a certain musical performance. I claimed that was a Halloween song that I wrote myself, but eventually I had to admit that I didn't actually write it. The original, long-lost version of the Monster Mash that I performed was written by Leo Carpazzi, not by myself. I tried to pass off all that grotesque, over-the-top monster imagery as my own work, and that was wrong. The next year, I vowed to make up for it by writing an all-new, fully original Halloween song. I even said that I was going to a hypnotist to delete all the Halloween music I'd ever heard from my brain, but I never kept that appointment. And in the end, I had to admit that even though I changed a couple of the words, the song I performed for Halloween 2021 was pretty much exactly the same as the song I did for Halloween 2020. So, this year, I vowed to change my ways. If you caught the 2022 edition of Terradino's Spooktacular Halloween Spookstravaganza, you probably noticed that it wasn't hosted by the internet's Terradino C. It was hosted by the lovely and infamous Princess Tara. Or so it seemed, at least. It's with a heavy heart, once again, that I have to admit that wasn't entirely true. The truth is, and I hope you're sitting down for this, Princess Tara is not actually a separate person. The woman you saw hosting the stream, Princess Tara, was actually just me wearing a costume. No, that's not right. Let me put it this way. I am actually Tara, the woman you saw hosting the stream. I was just wearing a princess costume. No, that's still not quite right. How about this? Hi, I'm Tara. I'm a trans woman. It's the year 2022, so I think we all know what that means. If not, Google it. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I think I can get back to my original point, which was why I haven't been streaming much. When I started the stream 3 years ago, I was already playing Fortnite for hours every night, and going live basically just meant flipping on the camera. Over time, I made some changes to how I play and what I play, but it was basically just sitting down and talking to people while I did the same thing that I was going to do anyway. Going live just meant people could watch me do it. For the past several months, though, going live has felt more and more like playing a character, putting on a costume. And more often than not, I'm relieved when it's over, so I can take that costume off and go back to being who I am the rest of the time. But that's not how it should be, right? I mean, last year I even quit my job working on Fortnite, so I could go back to streaming it. I like streaming. I just need to be able to stream without feeling like I'm taking time away from my own life, taking time away from being who I am, and pretending I'm still who I used to be. I need to be able to be the same person on the stream that I am off the stream. So that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. You've probably got some questions, like, hey, what does that mean for you, the people, and for the stream? It means you'll probably notice some changes. Some short-term, some long-term. I may look different. I may even sound different. These will mostly be changes for the better, I hope. But let's be honest, this stream's often a shambles. And probably not every change will be a winner, at least not at first. Sometimes it'll be awkward. It may be a little cringe. It may be extremely cringe. But of course, however much you're cringing, watching me do it, remember that I'll be cringing 10 times as much on the inside, knowing that you're watching me do it, and probably clipping it. But you know what? We will all get through this together. If you remember when I first started playing Battle Royale, it wasn't pretty. I didn't do well. I didn't enjoy it. But thanks to you all forcing me to practice, I improved at least enough to have fun playing it, which made me practice even more, and pretty soon I was winning 1 out of every 5 or 10 games. Like, a real win, like a victory royale, not whatever I call a win. That's not bad, right? So, with any luck, that's how the rest of the cringe moments will go. They'll be painful at first, but if we stick it out together, they'll get better, and we can all move on to cringing at the next thing. Most importantly, what it means is I'll be streaming more often. I do have a day job now, so I won't be streaming as much as I did back in the day, but I will be aiming for at least 9 hours a week. You might also be wondering something like, do we have to call you pronouns now? Well, yes, I'm afraid so. As you know, it's the year 2022, and pronouns are very important, so pay close attention. If you're talking to me, the correct pronouns to use are you, your, and yours, as in, hey bro, can you carry me in MSK? Or, hey Tara, you're muted. You've been talking to yourself. Or, I want to support your stream in a way that won't cost me anything extra, so I'm going to enter your creator code Teradinoc, in the Fortnite item shop and the Epic Game Store. Hashtag ad, hashtag Epic Partner. If you're talking about me, though, I don't really care. Say whatever feels natural. I won't correct you. Now you're probably thinking, great, whatever. But I don't care about any of that. Is this going to turn into one of those alphabet people streams? I'm not trying to attract a different audience, or change my content, or make a point, or take a stand, provide a safe space, anything like that. You can find all that stuff out there on the internet already. I won't be changing the tags on the stream, because the people who would come here just because it's tagged an LGBT stream are not the people that I want to reach. What you're going to find here is the same quantity content that I've been putting out for 3 years, mostly opening doors for cats, Friggin' English and Objective, and once in a while gaming. It just won't have the same horrible visage at the bottom of the screen. Which brings me to the biggest question that might be on your mind. Why am I doing all this anyway? To which I can only say, have you seen women? They're pretty great. If not, you should check them out. Don't sleep on them. It's a good way to get slapped. But seriously, if you have any more questions, Discord is the best place to ask those. We'll see what I'm willing to answer. There's that Discord link. And that's really all the news I have. So as a reminder, you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/CharityNOC. You can follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube, whatever they call it, at youtube.com/CharityNOC. Smash that follow button, smash that notification bell, and I will see you online.